Hello, I'm Mike Hamilton.
I'm Jeff.
We're here at Lithia Toyota Reading. Welcome to the Jeff and Hammy show. Today we're going to go over an actual live test drive. So I'm going to play the customer. I know what I think I want, but I didn't know about all the features of a Tacoma. And Jeff's going to go out and I'm going to tell him I'm looking for a Tacoma. Budget's not an issue. I have great credit. I'm in the mid sevens. Money's not important as far as what the budget is, but I want to have a very off-road capable vehicle, the best I could get, because my focus today is buying the most equipped off-road vehicle that I could buy in a Tacoma. And I'm going to hand it over to Jeff, and he's going to tell you what we're going to do.
Yeah, and so really this is all about the test drive. You know, nothing really happens, especially if you're new in the business, if you even get kind of stuck on the lot with someone overanalyzing which vehicle, get them in the seat and go for a drive. And that's really the fun part of the business, is when you're going for a drive, the intellectual side is not so analytical and it's emotional, and they can feel the car, smell the car, see their family in the car, see yourself in the off-road vehicle, because that's what you want to get it for. And so we really want to show you exactly that the test drive is really where it starts to happen. And so we want to show you, I'm going to show you just a few things on the questions to ask on the test drive, what the difference between a benefit and just a product dump is. You want to give people benefits. So we're going to go over a few of those things, and we're going to show you how we do it.
All right, we'll see you out on the blacktop. Okay, so the scenario today is that I called in on the phone, talked to Jeff, and Jeff was listening to what I'm looking for. So I said I don't want a regular normal color, that I want something that's a little more unique to my personality and my lifestyle. So I don't want a silver or white or something regular. I want something a little bit more flashy, and also I want to have a very off-road capable vehicle. Jeff, go ahead and tell them how you would talk to me on the phone.
Yeah, so I would probably try to ask you a few questions. You know, hey, see if you're looking for an off-road or familiar with the trim levels of the Tacomas. The off-road is going to have a lot of features that go off-road. One of the biggest differences, it's got some off-road tires with the Kevlar on them, so the sidewalls are real strong. Normally that's an off-road feature. They have something called crawl control. So if you're an off-road guy, he's telling me he loves his dog. I was talking to him on the phone. He likes to go on trails, all this kind of stuff. Well, the off-road has modes that if you go off-road, you get stuck. They have crawl controls that can dig you out of holes, extra off-road features that he would probably really use. So I'm really going to focus on that off-road and all those little benefits for a guy that goes off the trail, wants stronger tires, wants better shocks, wants the crawl control features to get out of holes and if you get stuck. So I'm going to land him on what we call a TRD off-road.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Got it. All right, man, I think you're going to love this model.
So what did you say you call this model again?
So this is the off-road model. By the way, man, don't you just love the new car smell, man?
Oh, yeah. But,
got a great smell. So yeah, this is your steering wheel. You can kind of get it set the way you like it. But
power seats, when did they start doing
isn't
that?
Awesome. Yeah, so this is the first year that they started implementing a power seat in the Tacoma.
Wow, okay.
Excuse me. So, yeah, it's got your push button start here.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you put your foot on the brake. Go ahead and do it and hit the start button.
All right.
Fires right up. Yeah.
All right.
And I'll show you a few more when we go for a spin in a second. But here's your crawl control right up here. That was that button that I told you that when you go off-road, if you were to get stuck, it can dig you out of a hole. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's way cool, and it's the only model that does that because it's the off-road. It's got a lot of extra different features.
Yeah, I heard this is kind of like I've heard something about this that these crawl controls are like cruise control for off-roading.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. It's really if you just get stuck, because I know you told me you like to go off-road a lot. If you get in a deep place, it's sandy or it's muddy, and this thing gets stuck, you can literally slip it on a mode here, and the truck can rock itself out of a hole and this and that. So, but anyways, if first time getting in the newer Tacomas?
Yeah, the one I had that I sold a few years ago was an '07.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been wanting to replace that for years. I like always regretted selling this thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been looking for another one. I want to get out and start really off-roading.
Cool.
So yeah, something.
Well, let's do this, man. I want to tell you about some features, but let's have some fun. Let's go for a little spin.
All right.
You ready to
Okay.
roll? Yeah. Let's
Can we try it on some dirt too, or
Let's
is that?
do that, man. Let's
Yeah.
do that. So you can see, man, this thing's pretty smooth.
Okay.
I think you're gonna notice that this thing will almost handles barely like you're driving a truck, but it is a truck, but it's that smooth and it's really quiet too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's. Don't you love that new car smell? Right.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a new truck? You know.
Well, you know, I have a full size. It's I got
Pretty
that
old
for.
though, right? What is that, 11 or?
No, I think you haven't seen my new one, have you? So I have a 19. But
You're wanting to get something.
yeah, I want to get something that's not full size. I needed that to tow my travel trailer.
Sure. We're gonna make a right out of here.
Well, I can already tell the suspension on this
Isn't that
is
nice?
really good. It's soft.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just think of all those trails that you like to go on. You know. I love these trucks. I personally had an 18 myself. First day I took it up off-roading, handled awesome.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, I went up to the mountain right up here. It's called Mount Bali, and just took it up like 3 days after I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So feels smooth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
For a
nice.
truck, yeah,
Quiet.
real quiet, real quiet. And when we go here, I want you to kind of get on it a little bit. I think you're going to really feel the power too. So this
Okay.
has a 3.5. So when you step on it, it's super responsive. Feel that?
Whoa. This thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing's got some
It
ponies.
cooks,
Oh,
right?
I'm just doing
Right? It cooks?
65 just like that.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah.
I thought
exactly.
this wasn't going to be as good because my
Yeah.
engine was bigger. It was a 4.0.
So it's got a lot of power.
So this thing's got more power than my old engine?
Yeah, well, it depends on an older Tacoma. It's a little bit different motor now. It's going to be a little bit more poppier. It's a little bit get up to speed a little bit quicker.
Oh, and this has
and it gets a little bit better gas mileage too.
this has dual climate control. I see.
Yeah, so it's going to have that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now I want to show you this too. So there, if you hit that, that's your safety monitors.
Oh,
okay?
blind spot monitors.
Yeah. So I know that sometimes you tow stuff. So again, just having some blind spots for when you maybe got a big trailer, you're driving at night, you maybe can't see people to the left or right. Those mirrors will light up. So that's a really cool benefit on these Tacomas now. A lot of them have the blind spot monitors on them.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hey, what is this? What do these tow now? How much weight can they tow?
You can probably tow up to 5,000 to 6,000, and it's already pre-wired, pre-installed. Everything's ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, but the big things I want to hit on, Mike, is really the benefits on this. Is, you know, it's got the blind spot monitors. Another thing this has, okay, you're gonna love that. This is a camera up here. It's called dynamic radar cruise control.
What is that?
So let's say you're going like we're going now, and if you put the cruise control on, okay, put the cruise control on. If the car in front of you slows down and you don't see them, the truck will automatically slow itself down. Okay, now I'm going to show you another one. So that's very safe, right? If you got your kids in the car, you're going on a long trip, you want something that's safe, if you have a conversation, or if you're going with somebody that's sitting with you and you take your eyes off the road for just a minute, you can see how safe that's going to be. By just that extra second, the truck's responsive, it will slow itself down. Alright, now let me show you this. This is called lane assist.
Okay.
So go ahead and veer out of this lane. Okay, it's gonna beep at you here in a second. You got to go a little bit faster.
Yeah,
above 40. And here, take it above 40, and then kind of veer out of your lane a little bit. So you hear that? So that's your lane assist. That's just letting you know you're veering out of your lane. So again, if you're driving, I like to tell you, if you're late at night, if you were ever to get tired, drift off, the car's gonna alert you and wake you up. Hopefully that would never happen, but again, another safety feature. Lets you know that you're out of your lane. Okay?
Okay.
So keep your eyes on the road, but just another safety. So you can see not only is it off-road, but there's a lot of safety features on this thing.
Nice. I mean, yeah, there's a.
And we're gonna make a right up here. Actually, take
go.
it on the freeway. I want you to kind of feel the power real quick.
Okay. And I was reading this Toyota Safety Sense has a a cruise control, adaptive cruise control. I could just I don't have to get on and off the cruise control in this one.
Yeah, so what's cool about that, if you're going on a long trip, I love it too. Like, let's say you're going from here to a 2-hour drive. Go ahead and stay right here.
Okay.
A 2-hour drive, right? You can literally keep it on the cruise control, and if the car slows down, the truck will slow down. If the car speeds back up, the truck will speed back up to where you set the cruise. So you don't have to turn on and off your cruise control for 2 hours.
Okay.
If you're one of those drivers, because I know you were telling me you like to take like long trips, you know, you can just sit back and keep your eyes on the road, but you're not having to set and reset that cruise the whole time. Yeah, we'll stay right here.
Okay.
But here's what I want you to do, man. I want you to kind of take it on a little straightaway here. I want you to see how it feels at like a high speed.
Okay.
I think you're gonna notice how smooth this Tacoma really is. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got good power.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean, and not only that, Mike, these trucks, they're worth all the money, man. I mean, they hold their value.
Oh, there's that beeping
You're
thing.
outside the lane just a little bit.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But you can just see, man, these.
Can we try that cruise control thingy?
They really sell themselves. Yep. Yeah, go ahead and set it. And now go ahead and engage. There's a car in front of you. Now go ahead and take your foot off the. Yeah, look at that.
And it's also.
Yeah. If you can see, yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad, So see that car in front of you, it's kind of gauging itself a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So is it just you, Mike? I know you said you like it, and you got your dogs, or you got a dog, right?
Yeah, it's just
so
me and my dog. So I take him everywhere. He goes out on adventures with me.
Gotcha.
All right, so
how does it feel so far?
really
Like,
good.
just
So
driving down the freeway?
in this line thingy, it shows me a car now. That means it's starting to see this. Oh.
That means you're veering out.
Okay, and then I'm starting to slow down. I got it set for 70, and I'm doing almost 60 miles an hour right now.
Right, so there's that semi in front of you.
So if I change lanes, will it speed back up?
It will speed back up.
Oh, let me try that. Okay.
Watch this. How cool is that?
Yeah.
And you're not even putting your foot on the gas at all. Because again, those long trips you like to take, imagine not having to just extra work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Too. Notice there's like no shimmy on the truck. It's very quiet for an off-road vehicle.
Yeah, I mean we're doing 70. It's smooth. The suspension is nice and soft, and yeah. I mean, then this one here has a diff locker in it.
It does, and so that's the only model. Thanks for bringing that up. You're doing pretty good, man. It's got the rear diff on it. It's the only model, it's the off-road that has that.
What's this red button right next to the diff locker?
Yeah, so that's a safety button. It's kind of like you've heard of like the OnStar system. We'll get off right here, by the way.
Okay.
It's like an OnStar type of system. So I like to say it's like your Toyota 911. So if you get in trouble, if you popped a tire on a trail, your phone went dead, you can hit the SOS button, and it's like a safety call to Toyota. And that's good for 1 year on this. Free trial of that. So it's a nice little more safety things that they put on these trucks. I tell people all the time, like, that's how quiet it is too for a truck.
Yeah,
the leather steering wheel feel good too.
Yeah, it's a nice steering wheel. It's got a good grip, and yeah, it's pretty nice.
Have you been comparing any other trucks? Or is this one the Toyota's kind of?
No, I've been I thought about like a Chevy Colorado or something, but the reliability and resale, you can't beat a Tacoma.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean I think this is what I'm looking for, and as long as we could get this in my budget,
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
So I'd like to, see where I could, $500 a month or something like that, about either
Sure, yeah.
look at the different options that are available.
How's your credit? You think your credit's pretty good?
Mid sevens.
Okay. You got some money down, you thinking?
Whatever I need. I mean, like, the least I could do, to make it, to $500. Like, I mean, I'm open to
Sure.
purchase and a lease if it, like, if it makes sense to whatever way makes sense with a better payment.
Yeah, well,
I'm not putting a lot of miles on them, and I'm kind of the guy that likes getting new vehicles every 2-3 years. So
sounds like it because you got the 19 you were telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, Jeff, like 1 year I owned 4 vehicles in a single year.
Wow.
I like vehicles. I'm just all kind of a car nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll go in and run some numbers here in a minute. The biggest thing is I'm hoping you're kind of seeing the benefits, the difference on how nice these trucks really are.
Yeah, this is a lot better than
such a great value.
Definitely a lot more comfortable. Geez, I didn't even know they did power seats, and Tacoma's never had a power seat before. So that's nice, and it's really adjustable.
Sure.
Real calm. My seats are way more comfortable than they ever were.
Has a wireless charger on here too. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Just put your phone down there, and then it's got the parking sonar. So if you back up, it's gonna let you know if you're getting too close to somebody. So it's satellite radio. It's got all your Bluetooth. It's got Apple CarPlay. It's got all this.
So you said you owned you had a TRD off road yourself?
I did. Yeah.
So how did that thing handle in snow?
Oh man, awesome. A couple years ago we had a huge snowstorm here, and I put it in 4-wheel drive and went going 45, 50 miles an hour on the freeway while everyone else was.
Even the years, did you have stock tires on it, or did you change them?
This is exactly what it came with these Kevlar tires.
And they were good. They were gripping well.
Awesome, very smooth, very very smooth. And it's the truck that Toyota rates these tires and for the trucks, and that's what they come with from the factory. So I'm gonna trust anything that they put through the test is gonna be good. And look, can't even barely hear the drone.
And what kind of fuel economy do they get here?
Do you do a lot of freeway driving, or do you do more kind of in town?
Like during the week, and I don't have much driving. It's like I live like 8 miles from work, and so, but
probably 18 to 20, Mike.
Okay.
I like to look right at the sticker here. Toyota's pretty conservative on theirs, but you can see 22 on the highway, or say 20. So there you go, veering out of your lane.
Yeah.
All right, if you do that one more time, I'm gonna pull you over.
Man, it's like this thing's teaching me how to drive.
I know, right? You have to really be hard to actually hit something these days, just because of all the features on it. But yeah, man.
So, is there any complaints you've heard about these? Anything like customers have said?
Some people do prefer a bigger motor, but again, it's not a huge full-size truck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think most people actually love the smaller truck feel, which is going to give you a little bit smaller engine and better gas mileage.
Yeah.
So I think it all just depends. It's not going to be like the Ram that you have. I know you got a big truck.
Yeah.
But I know you were telling me you want something maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
You don't need all that size.
The Ram is really off-road capable, but being it's full size, it's not as nimble as a smaller
and there's
vehicle.
A lot of trails you were telling me you like to go on. You like to.
Oh yeah, I was out like on the Reading OHV park out there and by Shasta Dam, and a couple areas on Trail 3. You get these whoops.
We're gonna pull right in here in a second. Keep going.
Yeah.
Right past the Nissan Center.
So you get these whoops, and because of the length of my truck, I started like rubbing the belly, and I didn't really like that, because I don't have like rock rails and undercarriage protection. It has a skid plate over the front and a little bit over the fuel tank, but that's about it. So. Do these come with any skid plates on them?
I believe that they do have a TRD skid plate. Some of them have an upgraded one that you can get, but we'll take a look.
Okay.
When we get out, I'll walk you underneath it. But why don't we just kind of pull up here? Actually, why don't you just pull to the side to the left here? Just park in front of these, and I'll show you the outside a little bit, and I'd love to show you some numbers. You want to see some numbers on this thing?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
All right. Well, welcome back. Again, the Mike Hamilton, Jeff Levitt here.
Hey,
so
back from the test drive.
All right. So, what is a test drive really about? it's catching that commonality, getting the customer excited, finding that feature benefit presentation. What is the customer's hot points? What are they most interested in? You want to like make your presentation based off of, you know, what their hot buttons are. So if it's price, you want to work on price. If it's safety. If it's capabilities like off-road and towing, then you want to wrap yourself around those features, and always a feature and what's the benefit of that feature. I'm going to let Jeff finish up here, and so Jeff's going to go on and tell you how he does his test drives and what you've seen on this video.
Right. So are you ready to buy the truck?
I am, man. I like these Toyotas that sell themselves, don't they?
They really do. And so obviously you saw it. We got to have fun on a test drive. The purpose of a test drive is you got to have fun. You got to let them smell the car. Hey, you notice I did a lot of questions. How does it feel? Doesn't it feel nice? Yeah, it feels a lot nicer. I mean, again, I have a lot of emotional things that people want, not just all technical. And we drove it on high speed. You saw it. Doesn't it feel smooth? Yeah, it feels really smooth. And then I talked about benefits, not just features. Features is, hey, there's a safety device. Isn't that nice? That's just kind of showing a feature and nothing else. A benefit is saying, hey, here's how this safety feature can help you when you're driving at night or when you're driving on long distance. So again, hopefully you kind of keyed on how we take a benefit and actually apply it to the specific person. And Ham's here was looking for an off-road vehicle, so I was trying to do my best to tailor that to his lifestyle. So again, you got to have fun on a test drive. Look at that. I literally, when we were going, that's literally all we do. So even if you got to keep watching this video over and over, this was a real test drive. That's how I do it. At the very end, I like to say all the time, hey, would you like to see the numbers? And some of these trucks, they sell themselves.
Yeah, I would say like a lot of products, you know, the customer's pretty hot and heavy and lathered up. They've done a lot of research. Customers spend a lot of hours online before they show up to the dealership, something like 18 to 20 hours. They've watched lots of videos on YouTube. They actually may know more about a vehicle than you do. So
People
don't
come with so much knowledge.
Yeah, so don't go off like if you don't really know what you're talking about, but also don't overwhelm them with useless information that they're not really interested in. Like if I want to know about its off-road capabilities, I could care less about its adaptive cruise control and smart stop as much as I care about what I want to use it for, right?
Totally right.
So yeah, so you got to curtail. Sometimes I'll just sit in the back seat on a test drive and really not say very much at all. And then at the end, I said, "What you think? You like it? You know, is it great?" Yeah. And then the customers will give you their objections to there is objections.
Yeah.
So
less is more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for watching the Jeff and Hammy show. We'll see you next time.
See you next week.